Running is now no longer an option. Sega. So, the year is 2000. Mario Party has a game under its belt now on the N64. It's a good game. By now, I think actually Mario Party 2 is also a thing. It's also a good game. It's very strong. The costumes are a really nice touch. Hudson is flexing. I think Sega was like, "Hey, Hudson, you're doing Ninja Assault with this Mario Party stuff. Can you use your Bomberman knowledge and give us a little hand here for our little blue blur? Maybe?" And so they did. And this was that I almost said mistake. It's not. Depending on your interpretation, it may qualify as one.
Mario.
What?
Impossible.
It is definitely the rival to Mario Party. How much does it get right? No what? How much does it get wrong? Well, we'll see. At least this opening cinematic is nice. Definitely that Hudson has the Hudson scratch to it of the era. You seen Bomberman Online that was also on the Dreamcast around this time? Great game, by the way. Yeah, it had this sort of feel to it. Hey guys, I'm Ray, and this is Sonic Shuffle.
Please select the VMU to save the data in.
Sega's answer to Mario Party that was on the Sega Dreamcast. I'm playing this on Redream. I have a completed VMU file courtesy of Rambo. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. He played through the entire story to unlock all the player characters. So my experience with Sonic Shuffle was very limited before doing these streams. In fact, my first exposure to Sonic Shuffle, like seeing it actually played, was I think Rambo's own playthrough, like years ago. Talking about it with Josh years ago, and he just had horror stories to tell about the game. But I was only curious, like one day, like around 2012 or something. And then I finally looked up videos on it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's definitely of the era, I can tell you that for free. With Mario Party now gone, and I can no longer do any AI battles, because past 8, because they don't support any. I have to scramble to find a suitable replacement. And this was brought to my attention. Rambo mentioned that, hey, Shuffle can do AI battles, and Redream is actually a pretty solid emulator right now. So, put 2 and 2 together, and thus, we are here. So, Sonic Shuffle also has a story mode, just like a year shot before Mario Party would eventually do it, and do it much better. But we're gonna play versus mode. But before that, we have to know exactly how the game works. I keep doing that. I keep making that mistake.
Please select the VMU to save the data in.
So let's go. Let's learn how to play the game. I'll spin the objective of the game. If you heard enough, press the start button. So the main goal of the shuffle dance is to get emblems. You get them at the end of each stage. Like you're trying to unlock Metal Sonic and SADX. So the first is to get Precioustones, which are your star equivalents. Like the most rings, the minigame star. Get first place in the stage clear minigame. That's at the very end of the game. Once you clear them, once you get all the precious stones. And 4, complete a hidden quest on every board. If 2 players the same number of emblems, player with the most rings is the winner. You have gained knowledge. Listen, Billy, they have a tutorial, we're gonna show it off. We usually do this every time we play a Mario Party game. Always show off the rules. So, how Sonic Shuffle works is that you have cards! Cards! You get to pick one to use your movement, and there's also the S card and the Eggman card. Pick one of these cards and you move that many spaces, or if you're in a battle, you do that much damage to your opponent. Should you pick the special card, you can steal or trade cards with other players, or do your special attack with per character. You can also move anywhere between 1 and 7 spaces. You pick the Eggman card. Bad things happen. Universally bad things happen. So when battle happens, you have to pick a number card and then have to roll anywhere between 1 and the number of the cards you picked. And then you have to try to get equal to or higher than the number of the opposing monster. If you get the number right, you win. Get it wrong and you were knocked out. If you get a number that is the same as the displayed number on the opponent, you score a critical hit and do double damage. If you score an Eggman, if you play the Eggman card during a battle, you automatically lose. I won't lie, Billy, this is not the same level of polish as the ones in Mario Party. Get ready to hear that saying a lot. And now we have spaces. So here's the plus ring. You land there, you get 3 rings. Here's the minus ring. You land here, you lose 3 rings. My tail's falling around like a numpty. Land on multiple plus or minus rings in succession, and you score a ring combo, which will double the... which will add up to a combo. 6 rings, and then 9, 12, and then 15. When the final Precious Stone is in play, the rings will be doubled when landing on these spaces, so you can get or lose up to 30. Here's an event space. You land here, you can begin a mini game or mini event. The mini events are kind of weird. Mini events can be multiple choice or automatic. There are also quizzes. Put your thinking caps on, kids. This here is a battle space. You land here, you have to battle a monster. If you win, you get a force jewel. Those are your items. Where's the exponent in parentheses space? There. There's more, but we'll go over them as they come up. It should be noted that I do not know this game nearly as well as I know Mario Party. So, a lot of it is just going to be play this by ear. So let's play this by ear. Sign me up for square root spaces. So, four main characters to start off with: Sonic, Tails, Suckles, and Amy. And then, as you play story mode, you can unlock the other 4 on here: Big the Cat, Gamma, Chow, and Supersonic. And each character has their own special ability. So, Sonic has a spin dash, play the same number twice in a row to move double the number displayed, and the light speed spin attack. Use the special card during a battle to attack with a number between 1 and 7. Tails is propeller flight. Can move across the board, landing on his own space. And as a rapid spin attack, use a special card during a battle to attack with 2 cards. Oh no, talk about Suckles next. Knuckles can climb, and he has the maximum Hito attack. Does the same thing as Tails. Amy has the hammer jump, can move across spaces with her Pico Pico hammer, and she has the revolving hammer attack. Use the S during a battle to do fire damage fixed to an enemy. Big summons Froggy. Play the number 6. Big can move stop on any space within 6 spaces. And he's got Power Throw. Use the S card during battle and add 1 damage to your total attack damage. Gamma has rolling mode. Play 4, 5, or 6, and E102 won't be affected by minus ring spaces. And his specialist, Gun! Use the S during battle to attack using double cards and numbers between 1 and 3. Chao only has a special. Use the S during battle, and Chao won't take damage from any monsters. And Supersonic, who has light speed spin dash by default. Supersonic can also move double the number displayed on 3rd and 4th turns. Gotta be careful with that though. Sonic Rebel is his special. Use the S during battle to attack with cards between 4 and 6. I picked the God. Ramo wanted me to use Big the Cat on all these boards, so we're gonna use Big the Cat on all these boards. The AI in Sonic Shuffle is very funky. Like, it is very funky, so I'm gonna adjust it separately. Chao can be normal. Gamma is easy, and Supersonic hard. I'm gonna set Big to normal. So we have 5 boards: Emerald Coast, Firebird, Nature Zone, Riot Train, and 4th Dimension Space! And then you get to choose how many precious stones will be in play as we get to the board. Once you collect a certain amount, not once big words. Once people have collected a certain amount of precious stones, you don't have to get like the number specified. Like you have to get after you get the 5th precious stone in play, then the game will end. Right, the current number of precious stones. 4 is the default. I'm playing on 5 for most of these. Though the last time we demoed this, it lasted for about an hour. And when I demoed them for my own sake to test this, it also lasted for about an hour. So it might be a bit short. We'll have to see. Yeah, this should be fine. So, unlike Mario Party, Sonic Shuffle makes you have to play a minigame for a turn order. So I have to play this. Nice. Why not decide ties like that? Yes, please explain this map to me. So, Emerald Coast is the underwater section of the board. If you go low, if you stay too low there for 5 turns, you will eventually run out of air and then be booted back to the land section. There are turtles that rise and fall with the ebb and flow, and you have to cross the bridges here. And then if you land on the dolphin space there, they'll carry you to a different space. Sa, Iko!
first precious stone is over here.
So it goes. If gods bleed, you can also swim. So I read somewhere that the AI is actually capable of reading, of knowing what card they're gonna pick before they actually play it. I'm not sure how true that is, depending on the AI. They do? Wonderful. I can't actually attempt to relinquish control until it's my turn, so... Hey, they get to watch me actually play a minigame. You can do it, Big! Run away from death! Whoa! Whoa! You did not run away from death. Accurate depiction of supersonic dying in the games.
Yes.
Mode change.
Mode change.
Dude.
When two players land on the same spot, a duel happens. And they have to pick cards in a quick fashion, while the other players have to swap the cards. I don't particularly care. Okay. There. Let's go. Okay, Big, you're free. Make Rambo proud. Okay, so this was alluded to during the Mario Party 8 streams that I mentioned that I wanted to do this. Nice one, Supersonic. The drawing subject is Fiora today. Mainly because Xenoblade is the greatest, and I need to get this out. Especially since starting in July, Zach is going to be going overseas for 6 months, and we won't be able to play Xenoblade for a while, so I may as well tend to do with something that will pass as a thumbnail for now, so I can get this going.
The next precious stone is over here.
Before I decided to actually want to do the thumbnail that I wanted to do for real. As you see, I had a decent head start with this, but still wanted to get some movement going. Once a precious stone has been collected, the person farthest away from the next one that shows up, Eggman will drop a ton of bricks on them, and the player furthest away loses half their rings. Also, Xenoblade's been kind of in my brain for like the past couple of weeks, just as drawing music, because I've been trying to drown out my folks partying so goddamn hard, and it's been rough, but I am being fueled by the power of Gar planes, and you will know our names. The remastered OST is really good. Minigame Island is strictly a one-player affair. Matt, you have to play it. Same with Minigame Coaster and Mario Party 2 and any of the story modes in the other Mario Party games. They have to play it. Believe me, I'd love to do that. I'd love to see how an AI would actually tackle Minigame Island. Yeah, that's like Omega good control. Like Big is huge. During the demo run we had Rambo, he won hands down. Big was God. I can freely imagine he'll just be God again. Fucking co-op Tetris. Oh, not only did this game come out in the Sonic Adventure days, all of the characters used their models and voice clips from Sonic Adventure. Aside from the story mode stuff, which is new stuff.
Mission complete.
I'm like chat for that.
Mode change.
Mode change. No idea about Chow. I think I only ever played Chow Garden like the one time when I was a kid.
Start.
Whoa! Big! Chow is dead.
Finish.
Did it!
Start.
It's nice to actually have some focus now. This is already going off a lot better than the demo run. Hey, it's an event. Oh no, it's Chuck Quizmo. Good job, Chow. You got nothing. You got something for nothing. Illegal game show detected.
Mode change.
That siren did know.
What evil invention should I use this time?
Oh, I don't know on the blue one.
I'll do to you.
Ironic, Supersonic must rest one turn. Gotta build up his ring count again. At least listening to this doesn't want to make me rip out my eardrums now, thanks to all the audio peaking that I accidentally did. At some point I can do that. I still gotta upload the Remind stuff, but effort. I need to do thumbnail, and that's effort right now.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Good job, Gamma. This is the wrong room.
Dude!
Oh boy, I love it when the AI is absolutely confused with this game. So I want to talk about something else for a little bit while we're here. So recently I started playing Bug Fables. Just out of curiosity, since Spear was kind of like poking at me, and I was mildly curious. It's a good game. I'm pleasantly surprised at just how much it captures the classic Paper Mario feel. So I have very distinct memories of how I went around with N64 Paper Mario as a kid, and it's certainly hitting that niche, I gotta tell ya. I'm playing with the hard mode badge on, because I am no babby when it comes to Paper Mario. And good decision. It's made the battles pretty interesting. I am currently in the middle of chapter 2, for those wondering.
3, 2, 1, go!
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
5 boards, man.
Next time.
Finish!
They could not find Froggy. Look at these guys going into Nick Arcade.
Start!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! God damn it!
Mission complete.
So silly.
Mission complete.
You know what's kind of ironic? This game is actually more like my idea, my initial idea of what Mario Party 1 was as a kid, than what Mario Party 1 actually turned out to be. A basic hodgepodge of just stuff grouped together from Super Mario 64. Which was what I thought it was in the Mario 64 engine. I was wrong, but it still turned out to be amazing anyway.
Three, two, one, go!
Expose live on Twitch. Oh shit, it's stuck. No, Duck, it's still not too late. You can save your virgin eyes. I suppose that's fair.
Mode change.
Mode change.
Mission complete. Doggy, wait up!
Meow.
Mode change.
Finally, a second precious stone has been collected. Took a while this time. And last time they just all seemed to fall into Big's lap. I should mention, by the way, if I do not finish this Rhyme of the Time Sonic Shuffle ends, given how fast these games have been going, that's looking likely that I'm going to continue this into whatever Fortune Street game I decide to do. When 2 or more Precioustones have been collected, that happens. Have you what it takes to brave the void? Fucking oh yeah! God damn it! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I can't handle it! Guys, I can't handle the oh yeah! Oh, that's the one I was gonna do first, like, on all likelihood, Matt. It seemed like the most complete of the ones that have an English translation, and I do enjoy this studio system for what I saw from it. I thought that was pretty neat. Vanessa, they all are, like... except for, like, the ones on the NES. And if you cut the one in Birth by Sleep, I guess. Wii's the exception in that it doesn't have Final Fantasy characters, which they usually start crossing over with after a while. The Mario characters took over. Oh no, you landed on the minus ring so many times. It's time to fuck everything up. He doesn't, in fact, fuck anything up. Oh no, not Shadow Tag! You won't be able to escape him now. Unless you happen to be a ghost type. I am not even going to dignify that with a response. Oh yeah, stop it! Eggman has got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime! Eggman is ready!
What evil invention should I use this time? This is what I'll do to you.
Man, twice in a row? I think we just did.
Three, two, one, go!
Maybe next time. Mission failed. Maybe next time. Mission failed.
No.
Mission failed.
Like in Mario Party 3 where it was, the beat goes on for us. The one where we actually have to actively fast forward. It has been a while since those days, but I remember. I still remember. These fucking prices for these force jewels, by the way. Highway robbery compared to buying items in Mario Party. I mean, given the rate in which you get rings in this game, I suppose it's okay, but Cruz is that? Hey, Bilson! I will not book an insult to my boy, to my son, like that. Hey, I remember Windy Valley. This is one of my favorite stages. It's actually an alright stage in SA1. I mainly like it for the music. That is correct, Josh, yeah. The void.
Do you also want a precious stone?
But there's no precious stone there.
To see you again. Bye.
Imagine having to pay 50 coins to Boo, say, hey, I want to steal a star. Pick one at random. That goes to an end, goes to someone who does not have a star. Alright, no refunds, nerd.
Mode change. Doggy! Wait up!
You know, I wonder if the AI is able to know what spaces they're on during this hidden event, the one where I went and hide the spaces. Fucking overheating the bottle. Overheato! I love that line, Lily, so much.
What evil invention should I use this time? This is what I'll do to you.
Oof. Finally! Wow, we went this entire game without an accident minigame. During the demo one just immediately showed up on like the first 3 turns. And they were pretty frequent after that. Peace out, Rambo. I am also reminded of a Mario Party DS game from this minigame. This music doesn't help because it also just reminds me of Advance Wars Dual Strike. It's the robotic voice in the back.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Oof.
Maybe next time.
It's been an hour since we started this recording. And there's still only 3 Precioustones in play. Oh. May have spoken too soon. I definitely did not speak too soon.
Maybe next time.
Wang. Oops! Good job, Big.
The next precious stone is over here.
Eh.
Mode change.
One that looked like a manta ray? IDK, mate. What's up, Spirit? 3 precious stones have been collected, 2 more to go. It's well, the recording itself is going a lot better than the first one. I'm going to need therapy. This off.
Mode change.
Though, if anything, this board of is going a fair bit slower than the one last time. Ooh, the accident in the game. Do you want to keep Force March? Yes, throw away Force March.
Mode change.
May have spoken number jump.
Get you next time!
You can't make those noises on stream. It's the game, Tom. There's nothing I can do.
Change.
And for adults, it's exciting.
What evil invention should I use this time? This is what I'll do to you.
I wanna take you for a ride.
I want to take you for a ride. Bunna, 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 bunna. Well, that's quite some ride then. Took you right to the Force Jewel. Or the Precious Stone. Now, Spear, we all know that Eggman intentionally invokes Chaos Theory.
2, 1, go!
That too, yeah. This is Gamma he's helping. Hey, look, it's a Bomberman map.
Mission complete.
No!
Yes!
Success!
Good job, Chow.
Start!
Mission complete.
Whoa!
Huh?
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh boy, I love Frogger.
Huh? Huh?
Finish!
I really do love Frogger.
Mission failed.
Yo, this Precioustones boss has been around for a while. Oh no, Supersonic is unlockable. The main four are the one that start out the game with. Guys, I miss Advance Wars. Maybe I should pet Pokemon to play Advance Wars once I'm done with the reunion. Just Advance Wars. We start from the beginning.
Mission complete.
Unless Mel prods me into doing Days of Ruin first. Which I would just relent because Days of Ruin is my favorite. Don't you— No! No! Spirit, how dare you!
The next precious stone is over here.
The first Famicom Wars makes FE1 look like Sonic the Hedgehog in comparison. The last Precious Stone of the game is in play, so let's things up a bit. Hey, it's a flying swordfish. Hey, I don't gotta explain shit. Hey guys, our favorite minigame from Mario Party 8 is back!
3, 2, 1, go! Finish!
Famicom Wars is very slow. Very slow. You can tell it was Intelligent Systems' first outing with a strategy RP, well, a strategy game. and it was very indicative of the time. Especially when you have to play, when you have to have other Wars games to compare it to.
This is what I'll do to you.
The game moves like molasses. Again?
Doggy, wait up!
And comparing Super Famicom Wars to Advance Wars, the first one, is also just night and day. The gained knowledge and quality of life improvements help that kind of game so much. Here, I'll give you a free one. You're able to see HP of your units without having to press a button. And it's not a toggle in Super Famicom Wars. That's just one of like a bunch I could think of. Many animations are just greatly simplified, and they just flow a lot faster. And you have much better speed options. The AI, you don't actually have to watch the AI pick its moves. Even on the fastest setting, you still have to watch the AI pick its moves. AI turns in general just go by like really quickly in Advance Wars. Go to Super Famicom Wars, even on the fast settings. I would love to just revisit Advance Wars personally. It's been a hot minute. I haven't actually like played the classic trilogy on channel yet. I've done playthroughs of the first one on stream and half of the second one. Almost did one for DS. I'm very up for revisiting DS, and also very up for revisiting Dual Strike, or not Dual Strike, Days of Ruin. And I was in Cal's playthrough of Dual Strike. Good run, by the way. Shoutouts to Cal. Time to fight Sigismundo, you know it. Now we play with Greyfield where you don't play at all.
Doggy, wait up!
Vanessa, Advance Wars 1 is 20 years old now. It is a classic by a long definition. Well, we've reached the hour-and-a-half mark on this recording. So this game has officially gone on longer than the last one. Like quite a bit, actually. Though it's still about to end because we only have one Precioustones left to play. See, this was about the length of stay I was expecting out of the 5 Precioustones games.
What evil invention should I use this time?
Super Robot Wars turns 30 this year, yeah. Souls me. He said, filthy liar, he says, knowing his birthday is next month.
Change.
Bitch, I might have. What are you gonna do about it, Bilson? I love how this now just become my call out for you, Billy. Is Bilson. Talk about triangle attacks more!
Yes!
Listen, you can't have Fire Emblem without triangle attack. We've been over this. It is sacred text. Well, this is the last one. It has been done! All of them now gather under the banner of Big. Nani? One last accident minigame for the road. And this is the stage clear one. Are you cool enough to outrun the water ball? Get first place and maybe we'll see. Use your Mantine surfing skills. Let's go. Let's get that surfing Pikachu, guys. Let's get that bread, gamers. Alright, let's wrap this up. Now, we have to decide who came in first. RIP Gamma, he's last.
Maybe next time.
Sometimes you just gotta go really fast. And that is exactly what Supersonic is capable of doing. Going really fast.
Thanks to you all, we were able to restore peace to this stage.
Cheers. And I guess no one cleared the map quest. Here are your final results. Supersonic comes in with 4 emblems to win out. Mini Max Brothers, is that you?